Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Project Learn, a Reskill and Spark initiative aiming at upskilling tech enthusiasts on emerging AI technology with the help of workshops and hackathons and building a highly engaged Spark AI community. Through these workshops, you would be taught how to build AR effects on Spark AI Studio with features that enhance the experience of Facebook and Instagram users. I'm Anamika, and before we start the workshop, I would like to run through a small presentation to share the purpose, flow, application, and benefits of being a part of this program. As I mentioned, Project Learn aims at helping you kickstart your career in the domain of augmented reality by training you in the technology. The program structure is divided into three broad stages. In the first phase, we will walk you through Spark AR Studio and teach you how to create your first AR effect from scratch, which involves importing assets, canvas, face tracking, patch editor, and generating test link. In the second phase, we will move a step further, teaching you about advanced filters and share with you Spark AR policies before you finally submit your effect. Submission of your effect will get you meta certification and access to resources that will help you prepare for the hackathon. In the final phase, we will host hackathon at your college and at Pan India level. You would be awarded and recognized for your efforts and contribution. Before we move further, let me quickly introduce Spark AI Studio to you all. Spark AI Studio is a tool used by a global community of creators and brands to create and share AR experiences using Facebook family of apps. An augmented reality is an interactive experience which digitally enhances what can be seen, heard, and touched in the real world. At the moment, we have over 600 million people using AR on Meta apps. Let's quickly have a look at what is happening in the field of AR. There are four key capabilities where AR is being used currently. To give you a brief insight on how AR is being used worldwide, we have all come across these face filters on Instagram where we can add a mask on our face. This is done by using a face tracking capability. IKEA, the popular Swedish chain of home furnishing stores, uses AR to help their customers choose the right furniture for their home through world tracking capability. Similarly, while QR codes are normal to scan, we are also able to scan pamphlets and business cards using the target tracking. Similarly, body and hand tracking, the latest capability introduced, offers utility for fashion and e-commerce brands, allowing users to try on an outfit digitally before they can click on purchase. These are a few effects which I'm pretty sure you must have come across while using Instagram. Like the first one that you see, it changes hair color when you scream or getting a phone call from a celebrity. AR also plays a very impressive role in escalating a gamifying experience by mapping effects with facial expressions, gestures, and head movement. AR has played a very crucial role during the pandemic in bringing the world to your drawing room by emphasizing on the moment, making the content much more interactive, enjoyable, and memorable. Having said this, what happens to the effect that I have created? The effect that we create is published on our Instagram user page in the stories section and in the reels. And guess what? Your effect is available for the audience worldwide to use and experience. Now, okay, I've learned how to create my AR effects. I'm publishing them on the Instagram, but how does it help me professionally? So there are various ways in which AR effects, can be used to your advantage. We can monetize the platform by building interactive AR effects for brands and creators. We can become a UX and UR researcher and developer educator. We can leverage AR in our career by identifying and solving problems. We can take augmented reality career further into learning VR and XR. With so many advantages, both immediate and long term, I'm pretty sure you're going to make the most of these workshops. We had shared a download link with you all. I hope you've been able to download it. In case you haven't, please do it before we begin the session. Now, I'll quickly introduce the mentor to you. So, our mentor for today is Chavi Garg, who's an AR creator for past 2 years. She has created some amazing AR effects during her journey. She was in the top 5 Meta Spark AR India Brand Challenge. So, I invite Chavi now. Hi, Chavi.
Hello, ma'am. Thanks a lot for such an amazing welcome. Hello, everyone. First of all, good morning. It's really great to see you all today, coming up and like having that enthusiasm in yourself to learn something amazing. Uh, like augmented reality today. So, I would be happy if you have any sort of doubt. I would be happy to take in the comments below. And before getting started, let's understand what is actually augmented reality, and then we will be moving on to what is actually Spark AR. And ma'am already explained about it, so we'll be understanding how we can download it and how we can just make our first own ever effect. Okay, so before that, let's understand augmented reality in a bit. So augmented reality is basically anything that can be included in the digital content. It can be images, it can be sound, it can be text over a real world environment. Let's take an example of an effect in which you can see you are playing a game. Okay, like apples are falling from up, and you are like making it feel like you are eating it, and you are getting points. So you are not actually doing these in real life. It's just virtual real. It's just augmented reality, right? So that's how augmented reality works, and it's actually really cool to work with augmented reality, to be really frank with you. So that's a bit about AR. So I'll just quickly share my screen, and then we can understand that how we can actually get started with Spark AR Studio. Okay, so before jumping to the basics, you have to first download Spark AR Studio. Cool, perfect. So you just need to click on this link, and after clicking on this, you can easily download your Spark AR Studio. You can just click download Spark AR Studio. This is the first link that you need to click, and here when you click on the download, you will be easily be able to download your Spark AR Studio. And the installation process is again simple, so there's no difficulty that you will be facing in it. So this is the thing. Now after downloading the Spark AR Studio, we would be heading to how it will be look like. uh, till then till we are understanding how actually Spark works, let me just share the link with you over the chat, because if you haven't downloaded the Spark AI Studio till now, you can just download it ASAP. It's great for us as well to have a proper real experience. Okay, so yeah, here you can download the Spark AI Studio. Here's the link that I've dropped in the comments below. So let's move further. And also, uh, when it comes to Spark AR, it always have that like students always have that one question in their mind: why should we get started with a new technology? Why should I uh, like uh, why should I go for this technology? What's the scope, and is there really good thing that will come up for me or not? How will be my career be shaping? So these are few questions that always comes to your mind whenever it's a new technology. So clearing up those thoughts before starting, uh, augmented reality is still a domain in which less number of people are there. So the chances of you becoming the best becomes high. Okay, so I would just say one thing, that yeah, Spark AR Studio is something you can just get started your journey with. You can get started with your journey with other softwares as well, but yeah, starting your journey with a software in which it provides you an ease for the, like for the beginners, it's easy to get started with, it's easy to understand, and also it's very easy to operate. So you won't be feeling like, okay, I'm not able to understand the software, I won't be using it. No, it's easy and it's understandable, so why not? And also, like, I would say one thing, that there are various remote jobs that comes into picture when it's about Spark AR, and if when it's about making effects for great brands and companies. So the scope and the career, the future is also bright. So that's a thing. Just clearing up the thoughts the students usually get before the workshop. So yeah, I'll share my screen now. I hope you have downloaded the Spark AR Studio till now. And now we will be understanding what is actually Spark AR Studio in detail. Basically, we'll be understanding Spark AR Studio software. Okay, so yeah, here, when you actually open the Spark AI Studio, you get three options, right? You get the option of blank project, sharing experience, video calling experience. Now, how to understand this? When it comes to the blank project, so there is no experience added to it. Okay, now let's understand what experience you need to add. When it comes to the sharing experience, you just move your cursor to the sharing experience, then you'll see that it is written that AR for stories, reels, posts, and messages. Okay, so that's how it is written, right? So this is a thing that in the sharing experience, you are basically making effect in which the that particular effect can be used on stories, that effect can be used on reels, on the posts you are putting in, on the messages as well. So this is basically the sharing experience. When it comes to the video calling experience, so like when you actually have a video chat with one of your friend or family on Instagram or Facebook, there's an option that you can select, you can add some cool effect on your face at the same time. So for that, it's a different experience. So it comes into the video calling experience thing. So for that, there is a total different picture that comes into play. So that's how the experience has been differentiated. And what blank project gives you the flexibility to choose what you actually want to make. For example, you are just making an effect and then it strikes that, yeah, let it be for the video calling experience only. So you can just choose the experience accordingly, and what is actually you want. So that's how it is to be done. Now we will be moving further with the templates. Believe me, this is the best thing you can ever have. uh, Obviously, this is one of the best thing. There are various best thing that comes into picture when it comes to Spark AI. Okay, so yeah, so when it comes to templates, basically these templates are the best because these are the main functionalities you can do or you can make when it comes to AR. Now, for example, you might have seen this effect usually on reels, that for example, there are some questions coming up and you are nodding your head from this to this, and then you are answering the questions. So that's how it actually works. So that's how this effect works, and it comes into the picture. Okay, then after that, for example, we have this effect. Let's consider the specs effect. This is my favorite one. Okay, so now you can see clearly what's happening, right? You can see that everything is done already. You can make changes accordingly you want to. You can just change this here. Everything has been done, obviously. Okay, and also clearing a most common doubt that, yeah, no coding has been required when it comes to Spark. Yeah, so it's totally fine if you are good at coding or bad at coding. That won't matter. in this, you can be like a non-coder as well if you want to get started your journey of Spark. Okay, so yeah, here's the thing that like the whole effect is already made. Okay, like for example, I want to make a filter for a birthday, for someone's birthday. So what I can do, I can just add a specs and add some cap to it, some decorations, and that's how my effect is gonna look like. So actually, if I just use this template, I just need to change the specs. Okay, and I can have the specs from the asset library that I'll be explaining soon. And then it is very much easy, and I can just add more and more functionality to it, and it's very easy for me to complete my work. So basically, templates plays a major role. Reason being, it helps you to ease your work, to understand how actually um, these functionalities will be working. Okay, and especially for a beginner, it's the best thing you can have. So this is a thing you can keep in your mind, or have a check on it. So yeah, now for now we will be just moving with a blank project, and we will be understanding how it's going to look like. Okay, till then we'll understand what else we have in the like software. The second thing that comes into play is learn. It's the amazing thing. Reason being, like the creators, the people who actually learned Spark AR a lot, they made some videos in which they added they added some beginner friendly parts that you need to that you actually might need to understand, okay, before starting over it. So you can just have a look at it, you can scroll it, and you can check out these videos. These are amazing. Like for example, if you want to create an effect with scripting, you can just create it, and it's very amazing at the same time. Then after that, there are some articles that are provided. Like for example, like if you are making an effect in which you are adding so what happens, like the face structure varies from person to person. Okay, now in that case, if you are making an effect according to my face, so obviously the effect will work differently for anyone else's face. Okay, so for that we actually require some face masks, some face some face meshes for that. So yeah, here you can just click on the open website, and you will be like totally like taken to the Spark AR Facebook .com learn documentations. Here you can find and you can just check out those assets. After that, you can also here we have the creators community as well. It's www.facebook.com/group/sparkyr community, and it's an amazing community. It's growing day by day. It's amazing. So you can be a part of it. It's an amazing community. You can just share what you are making or what you are stuck. Like for example, you can see like 52 minutes ago someone posted that why this particular thing is not working or something like that. So you can see that yeah, people are there to answer you, people are there to help you out. Okay, so this is the best thing you can ever get. Okay, the person posted 52 minutes ago, and the person got the response in just 10 to 15 minutes. So that's the power of the community that you can feel and understand. You can just post your doubts, you can post your amazing effects over there, so it's truly amazing. Okay, yeah, also if you have any doubt, you can put it on the comment section. I would be happy to take it. Okay, yeah. So and also you can see your recent project, you can open your project if you have. Yeah, so that's it. Let's move to our blank project, and let's get started with a project in which we will be understanding Spark AR closely. Now in this, first of all, let's understand Spark AR studio software internally, that what all functionality it has, and also how the scene panel, asset panel, and the properties panel is working right now. Okay, so yeah, first of all we will be heading over to our scene panel. Okay, I'll just check whether you can see it clearly or not. Okay, let's change the view. Perfect. It would be easy for you. Okay, cool. So first of all, we would be heading over to our blank project, in which we would be heading over to the scene panel. Okay. Now, in the scene panel, you can see that there's a device in which there's a camera, there's a focal distance. So if you remember those science topics, okay, in which they you actually taught about that there's a focal distance between the lens, okay, and the plane. So all those are now making sense, I hope so, right? So like here in the scene panel, it is everything that you can that you actually want to add into your effect, or the things you want to you want to be in the picture when the effect is being shown. So all those stuff are being put it in the scene panel. Okay, so that's why it's a scene panel. Now in this you actually can easily understand this. Let's like break it easily. Okay, break it in parts. So there's a device. In the device there's a camera, the camera and the person's face having some focal distance. Okay, so with that focal distance there would be some ambient light, there would be a direction light that would be heading over onto me. So like there are few effects in which you can see the light has been like it feels like the like from left side I am getting light, and uh, having some shadow making over it too accordingly. So what happens, like you are just playing around with these lights in that scene. Okay, in that case. So that's how it works. And also obviously there would be a microphone, like if you want to inbuild some, what we can say, if we actually want to inbuild some audio, then we can easily do it. Okay, so that's how we can do now. In the asset panel you can import actually you can like asset panel is the best. Why? In because asset panel contains everything that you are adding to your effect. Now for example, I'm adding a picture to my effect. Okay, I'm adding some cool what we can say, some 3D objects to my effect. So everything will be coming in the asset panel. So basically all the textures, all the materials that you want for your for a effect, that like for example, let's take an example of making some food. Okay, like for example you're making a maggie, a 2-minute maggie, right? So in that case what happens whenever you're making a maggie, um there's a thing that goes that like you actually need to have everything before making it. Like you actually need that masala, you need the maggi, okay, you need water, and then you accordingly make it. Okay, so first of all you need those materials in your hand. So those materials are your assets. Okay, without which you can't you can't actually go further with the making process of the maggie. Okay, so it's a need, it is important. So when it is important, that particular material is important to you. Okay, that particular texture is important to you. So everything all like for example all the materials that you need before making a maggie, okay, that comes into the asset panel. Okay, now for example you are making a maggie. Now you are in the process of making a maggie. Now in that case what's gonna happen, like for example you're adding the masala, everything like that. So what's gonna happen, that will be shown in the scene panel. Okay, like you first of all you added water. Okay, so for example I imported let's keep it like I imported some picture. Okay, so in that case what's gonna happen, just give me a second. Let me just check it out. Yeah. So, for example, now let's take an example of Maggie. Let's understand it closely. Now, for example, you are making a Maggie. Okay, so in that case, for example, you want to add like stuff to it. Okay, so for that, what's gonna happen? You actually need before making a Maggie. Now, after that, when you are in the process of making that particular dish, like that particular Maggie, what's gonna happen? You are actually like adding all the stuff together. So that adding all the stuff together has to be demonstrated under the scene panel. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, moving further with these stuff, and also like from assets, you will be just dragging and dropping it. Okay, obviously, because like you would be adding the material to the scene panel stuff. Why you would be adding the material to it? Because ultimately the scene panel is having all the in process of the particular dish. Okay, now after that there's a property. Obviously you would be changing everything accordingly. Okay, for example, if you want to add onion to it, so you need to chop it off. Okay, so like that process of chopping it off of onion, so that would be added into the properties. Okay, so that's how I just explained you about the scenario, the whole scenario. And also here you can just check out the workspace, you can see the patch editor. It's a drag drop thing, so that's not an issue. It's very easy to use patch editor, don't be worried about it. Okay, don't feel like it's very difficult. Then there are some videos, there are some real time simulations that are available to you. Like here you can have this real time simulation as well. So why there are various real time simulation available for you to understand how your effect is being like like will look like when the texture of the person will change, or the skin color of the person will change. So that's how, like how your effect is going to immerse on different personalities. So that's why there are various real-time simulations that are already provided, and you can also click on this plus button and you can add some real-time simulation that you want to add. And also you can have you can also check that like while making the effect, you can also check that how your effect is being looking onto your face by just changing it from real time simulation to the integrated camera. Or if like for example I've added a camera, so that's how you can do it. So yeah, that's it. So let's get started with our today's effect. So today we are going to make an amazing cute panda filter effect, in which we will be adding some panda um, assets and some textures, and then that's how it's gonna look like. So before that, yeah. So before that, sorry. Yeah. So before that, you would be needing the what we can say you would be needing the things. You'll just go to the bit.ly and search yeah. So first of all, these are the I'll just quickly share the link of this with you. Here you can just see, you can download the assets and it would be easy for you. Yeah, I have shared the link of the Google Drive with you over the chat. You can just check out this, and also you can download the assets from here. there are not much assets that we have added, because ultimately we have asset library where we can just search for more and more assets that we want to add. So yeah, I'll be just telling you something about asset library super soon. So till then, let's get started with it. So first of all, we'll go to the scene panel, and we are going to add something to it. We'll click on the plus, and we are going to add a face track, because we are making a panda filter in which the textures will be looking onto your face. Okay, so that's why we actually need to track the face for it. Like for example, if I am moving my face to this side, so that's how the effect is going to be look like. Yeah. So first of all, we'll be adding a face tracker to it. After adding a face tracker to it, we will be adding one more thing, that is a null object. So you can see it is a container that is used to group the objects. Like for example, I actually need to group few objects, so I'll be needing a null object for that. Okay, now I'll be dragging and dropping the null object into the face tracker, because I actually need to group all the objects that I'll be adding, and grouping all these objects and adding up to grouping it, so that it should track, it should be demonstrated on the face tracker nicely. I'll be right clicking to it, and also I'll be getting an option to add object. So now I'll be adding a plain object to it. Okay, now also let's import our amazing if assets as well. Yeah, so we have added the assets. Okay, yeah. So also you can see clearly, like when I've clicked on this texture of panda, there in the right side you can see there's a compression that automatically happened. Like on the device it was 512 kb, and it has been downloaded to 80.81 kb. So why it actually got compressed automatically? Reason being, what happens, like when you actually go and understand Spark AI, so you actually get one thing that is about the space that it actually requires. So you need to keep in mind that how much space you are actually being required while making an effect. So keep that thing in your mind, because if you are uploading your effect on Instagram, the effect should not exceed 4 MB, else you won't be able to upload it. So this is a thing you need to keep in your mind. And yeah, and also you can just remove the compression for now, because we are not adding much textures for now, so you can just uh, make it none, because we don't want any sort of compression for now. Let's not compress the paw as well of the panda. Perfect. So yeah, that's how it's gonna look like. Now you can see that we have added a plane. Okay, uh, a plane object. Let's rename the plane object to panda plane. So I have actually renamed the object to the plane object to the panda plane. Reason being, I'll be adding the texture of panda into this particular plane. Okay, you can clearly see how actually plane looks like. You can see like uh, because I have added the plane into the face tracker and the null object, that is the reason why it is being tracked. The person is moving their head in this side or this side, it's actually moving. So If I'll just drag it and like keep it outside, it will stop tracking. Okay, according to the face. Okay, so that's the reason we have added like the face tracker and the null object. The null object has been added to group of the objects. Now apart from that, it's the panda plane. Let's and now here you can see, you can position it, you can scale it, you can rotate it. What do you mean by scale it? For example, it's 1, let's keep it as 2. Okay, when you keep it as 2, you can see the size has been increased in the x-axis. Let's keep it as 2 here. It got increased into the y-axis as well. Okay, let's keep it as 2. It got increased into the z-axis as well. Okay, so that's how it actually works. So scale actually help you in changing the size, or basically in the resizing of the material. Now apart from that, you can see, like, if you want your effect to be enabled only for the front camera, then you can just untick. Okay, you can easily untick. If you don't want the effect to be used for the user, then you can untick it. If you want it to be, just tick it. So that's how it looks like. So there are various effects which are just for the front camera and not for the back camera. So that's how you can differentiate it. Now here you can see a word material, and you can see a plus sign to it. When you click on the plus, a new material has been created that you can easily see into the assets below. Now in the assets, go to the material and rename it. It's a very good practice to rename all your materials timely, because ultimately it actually helps you to keep a track that what actually you are putting it in. Also it gives you an immense idea that how it is going. So this is a thing you can keep in your mind. And let's change the material name, and let's keep it as panda material. Okay, now when I click on the panda material, I'll be heading over to this particular material panel. Let's understand this panel. Now have a like good view. Keep a good eye on this, because I'll be explaining how the material, how the shader type works. You need to keep an eye on it, that how the shader type is being changed. Okay. Now, for example, the shader type is flat. Okay. Now you can see it. The shade has now been white. Now, if I'll change the shader type to standard, then then it has changed. Like for example, let's keep it as physically based, then also it will be changed. Let's add a texture to it first. Let's add a panda texture to it. Now here you can see the how the shader type is looking. After that, if I'll do the face paint, now you can see it's quite translucent. So that's how it's going to be look like if you will do the face paint. Okay, and apart from that, if you want to blend it, then that's how it's going to be look like. So yeah, so it's totally up to you what type of shader you want to put in for your effects. But yeah, when I just want to add effects, I want to make an effect like this, then we actually keep the shader type as flat. Reason being, it's the best one for that. Okay, so yeah. Now apart from that, let's move further. Now moving further, we'll be adding one more plane. We'll be right clicking it and add object. Let's add one more plane to it. When we'll add one more plane, let's rename it as plane. Okay, let's add a material to it. When you'll add new material, you'll rename it as the plane. Okay, when you'll rename it, you'll add a texture to it. You'll understand. Okay, you'll change this, and it's going to look like this. Okay, perfect. So we'll go to the panda plane, and we'll just drag and keep this here. Okay, let's change the view. You can keep it as front. Let's keep it as back. Perfect. Let's zoom it. And let's drag and drop and understand where I want to put the paw and the panda. When you click on the panda plane, you can see that you are now actually you can actually can click and drag and drop it anywhere. Just drop it somewhere here. Okay. Now after dropping it here, you can see how it is going to be look like. So this is a thing. Okay. Now apart from that, what you can do, you can do the same for the pause as well. You can go to this, you can drag and drop it here. Now you can see the paw is looking too large. So what we can do, let's rescale it. Let's keep it as 0. 0.6, 0. 0.6 and 0. 0.6. Okay, it's still not good, so let's keep it as 0. 0.4. Okay, that sounds good. So, so that's how it's going to be look like. So we actually need one more paw to our right cheek. So in that case, let's make a duplicate. You can just right click on it and you can um, make a duplicate of it. Okay. Now, when you will make a duplicate of this, what's gonna happen? A new paw plane has been made. So let's keep it as paw plane 2 for now. Okay, yeah, so perfect. Now when you click on the paw plane 2, you can just drag and drop because it has been selected. You can drag and drop it somewhere here. Let's play it and you can see it's done. Perfect. It's looking cute, it's looking nice, and it's looking totally perfect to me. Cool. Now apart from that, that's how it's going to be look like. I hope you understand everything nicely. So let's add one more functionality to it. So I actually made you understand how you can add panda, how you can add pause to it. Okay, now let's understand one more thing, that how you can actually add some face beauty onto this. So to add some face beauty onto this, what you need to do, uh, you actually need to go to the face tracker, right click on it, and add an object of the face mesh. Now why we actually needed the face mesh, because we are working with the face textures. Okay, when you'll go to the face mesh, you'll actually again have to make a new material to it. Okay, create a new material, rename it as face mesh material. Okay, now when you'll make this material, you'll actually go to the shader type. Now here you'll see one change, that you'll get a new option of retouching. When you click on the retouching, you will actually get an option that how much smoothing you want on your face. So let's keep it as 90. Okay, now it's looking more perfect. I'll just show you how the smoothing has been done. Let's keep it as 0, let's keep it as 90. When you'll do this, you will be able to understand how it is actually working and how it's going to be look like, because it actually adds a beauty effect to your a beauty touch to your effect, to be honest. It actually makes it more user friendly, and also people use it more and more, and it feels too good to them. Okay, so to make it more interactive, you can just add up to this and you can add this functionality. So that's how you can do this. Now apart from that, moving further with our effect, now let's save our file into the videos, and let's name it as panda effect. Okay, it will not be saved, just give me a second. Cool. Now it has been saved. Now, apart from that, what's going to be happening? Now you will be heading over. to this filter, and it's looking perfectly awesome to me. Now let's understand one more functionality. uh, let's understand how asset library works this time. When you see that there are the project properties, when you click on the project properties, you can change the project properties, as I mentioned in the beginning, that you have to add some experience to it. Let's add the sharing experience and keep it as done. Apart from that, here you can see three more options. One is the asset library, second one is the test on device, and the third one is publish. So for example, that when you want to use your asset library, you can click on the asset library, and here you can do this. Now second thing is the test on device. Like for example, you made this effect and you want to understand first that how your effect is being looking like, and how it's going to look uh, like on you. Okay, so you can just click on the test on device and just send the link over the Instagram or Facebook, or the attached account that you have of Instagram or Facebook. And so that's how the test link is being generated, and you will get the notification that yeah, you can try out your effect here. Now like it will be sent in just a few seconds. Yeah, it's done. So you it is being written that you have sent a notification to your Instagram that yeah, your effect has been sent. Now apart from that, you can also publish your effect. Now before publishing it, let's add one more functionality to it, and then we'll publish it. Okay, so yeah, we'll go to the asset library, we'll click on it, and we'll understand what actually asset library has for us. So asset library is like it's an asset, okay, in its own. What actually it means that it has thousands of free assets to use for your projects. And like there is no copyright claim or nothing that's gonna happen while using these assets. You can add some 3D objects to it, you can add some music and sound to it, or you can add some patch assets as well into it. If you want to, patch assets are amazing. Okay, apart from that, you can add some textures. It is not always important to like download the textures online, so you can have the textures here as well. You can add some blocks, like for example, you need a portal sphere, so you can just easily like have this from here. Okay, so that's how it's going to be look like. Then apart from that, there are some script packages that goes on if you are using some scripting. Then there are some color LUTs, color LUTs. uh, LUTs are basically the yeah. So for example, you might have seen those filters in which there is some like you are being in the black and white mode, so you can use this LUT, okay, easily, and you can make the make an effect for the black and white. So that's how you can use the LUTs for your project. There are 33 assets of LUTs that are available in the Spark AI library. You can have more from obviously Google. It's amazing. Now apart from that, you can move further with more functionalities as well. We'll search one thing, we'll search a panda. Okay, you can see there are various types of 3D pandas that we can see here. Okay, let's add one panda to it, and yeah, we are done with our filter. Okay, let's add the one 3D object to it. So yeah, let's add this one. Okay, when I click on it, I'll just have to import it free. Okay, it's totally free, of course. There won't be anything that will be charged for you from you when you are using any asset from the asset library. Because when you go out and when you search for the 3D objects, most of the 3D objects are paid. They ask for money, and it's not easy to download it like that. So because of that reason, you can like this, you can download like this. Okay, perfect. So it will like take some time to get downloaded. Till then, we can have some doubts. If you have any, I would be happy to answer it all. If you yeah, like you can just drop your doubts into the comment section. I would be happy to take in all that. Okay, yeah, perfect. So apart from that, let's see, yeah, it has been imported. Now let's go to this and understand how the functionality is being looking like. Just give me a second till then. Yeah, perfect. So let's now you can see it has been imported. Now what we can do, we can just drag and drop it here. Now you can see the whole effect, like the whole 3D object is too big. Okay, it's like I have to like zoom out a lot to understand it. Okay, so it's that much big. So we'll click on the panda 3D object, and we'll keep the scale at 0.1, 0.21, and 0.1. We actually made it small. Now we'll drag it and we'll keep it here. Let's make it small some more. 0.07, 0.07, and 0.07. Perfect. That's how it's gonna look like. That sounds cool. Yeah. So that's how you can add 3D object to your effect, and that's how you can also use the face retouching. You can use some textures. You can use have to upload this um, effect. Now you can see like let's understand how the functionality is being used. Now there are multiple like things in it that it is exceeding the limit. So it is checking that okay, what all textures are being compressed for that. Okay, let's cancel it, and let's delete the 3D object for now. Okay, you can have it later, and you can see that what all changes you can do. Till then we'll just click on the publish, and we'll just publish our effect. And perfect. You can also, like for example, if you are getting this problem of you added a 3D object and you want to add it, and you are getting this thing that yeah, you have space issues or something like that, then what you can do, you can have some another 3D object. Or what you can do, you can if you are good at blender, then you can remove some uh, like triangles or things like that from that 3D object. Okay, yeah. So let's name it as cute panda filter. Okay, that's how it's gonna be look like. After that, I want to publish it on all the platforms. There's no existing media I want people to add on. Now you can just see that what category you want to put it in. Like for example, you can understand that yeah, it is related to your appearance, it is for selfies, it is a love, it is for gestures, and also it contains an animal. Okay, so that's how you can choose the categories. Now apart from that, you can add some keywords. Now for example, what keywords you can add, you can add some keywords like panda, cute, smooth, because you added the smoothing retouching effect. Okay, to it. Then you can also add like if you will add a 3D object, you can add. Or you actually need to think that okay, how people are going to search if they want to have a cute panda filter. Okay, so like you can add the keywords accordingly up to 20. Then you can have a demo video from your of your effect. Okay, it's amazing. And then you can also have the icon accordingly. You can also upload it, or you can use any of the what you can say picture from the video that you have uploaded as a demo video. And then you can just click on the submit button, and your effect would be submitted. I'll be showing you that how it looks like when your effect has been submitted. So this is my effect of cute panda filter. You can see that I received a amazing response to it. Yeah, so that's how it actually looks like, and that's how we actually get good response. Here I actually changed the thumbnail, kept as the panda. You can see that how many people are actually using my effect and how many impressions I'm receiving. It actually feels amazing. Now, to fill the submission form for this, you actually need to click on these three dots, and you need to copy the effect ID, then and paste it to the form of the submission. Then you need to copy the owner ID, and you need to paste it in onto your submission form. Apart from that, you need to click on the share button, and then when you click onto this, the link, the shareable link will be copied, and then you need to paste it into the form so that we can review your amazing and cool effect that you have made. Okay, so that's how you can just publish your AR effect. That's how you can get started with your first effect. And I am looking forward to your amazing effect super soon, and looking forward to it, and wanted to understand how amazingly that you have made those effects. So yeah, would be actually happy to see all those. Also, let's understand few policies of the Spark AR as well at the same time. So let me just share my screen again and show you. So let's understand the Spark AR policies, and let's see that what are things we actually have to keep in mind while making an effect. Okay, it's very important to understand all those policies, and to keep those things in your mind while making an effect. Okay, I'll just quickly show you. Yeah, so here we go for the Spark Air policies. So the first thing that is important to you is about the effect. So yeah, this is a thing that you need to do, that all effects uploaded and submitted to the Spark App must follow the policies. Okay, now in those policies, you need to understand the performance, what all visual text you are adding, and what all existing media that is being uploaded. Now, the second part, it comes about the metadata and media. No abuse thing, or wrong names or things that should be added into your effect, because it again goes into the policies. And also, don't use the real-time simulations video that are available in the Spark AR Studio software. Try to have your own demo videos, recordings for that, and images for that. Now, when it comes to the AR content standards, um, there are Facebook community and the Instagram community guidelines that you need to keep in your mind. So you can just check them out as well. And also, content must not be shocking, sensational, disrespectful, or violent, because ultimately it should not harm anyone. Your effect must be for fun, and to spread some good awareness or something like that, but it should not be harmful or disrespectful for anyone. And also, there shouldn't be any sort of gambling, or any like spamming, like, yeah, you are misleading someone, so that should be avoided. And also, no URLs or bad things should be added. So these are the policies that you need to keep in mind. So yeah, um That's all for the today's session. It was really great explaining about the Spark AR studio and how it works and everything. So, would be happy to see you all tomorrow with the same enthusiasm, and we'll be understanding some advanced capabilities. So, thank you so much for having me today.